Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. For this video, we will list the world's youngest billionaires. Without any further ado, let's hop on right to the video. Number 10. Alexandra Anderson. Alexandra Anderson is the younger daughter of industrialist Johan H. Anderson. From Norway, the latter decided to retire and leave his third investment holding to Alexandra and her sister, Katharina. Holding has a sizable investment portfolio in both private and public Norwegian companies, as well as over 70,000 acres of real estate. Alexandra, on the other hand, is not one to live in her father's shadow. She is a skilled horse rider who has won numerous awards in horse dressage competitions. Alexandra was able to focus on breeding the noble creatures and indulge her adventurous side thanks to her father's fortune. The 24-year-old Norwegian who became a billionaire at the age of 19 is not one to waste money. She drives a used car and values the money her father earned. Number 9. Katharina Anderson. The elder Anderson sister, who is also the heir to Johan H. Anderson's third holding, is not your typical billionaire. Despite owning 42.2% of one of Norway's largest companies, she lives a modest life. She continued to live in her small cottage dorm room even after her father signed over his vast fortune to her. She has a thing for designer accessories, particularly expensive purses and shoes. Number 8. Andy Fang. Andy Fang is one of the list's most enigmatic billionaires. His personal life is largely unknown, though he frequently speaks at conventions, TED Talks, and other entrepreneurial events. His insights into business creation is truly inspirational. With the assistance of Stanley Tang, Fang was able to break into the Billionaires Club. Both founded the food delivery company DoorDash, which was valued at $7 billion in 2020. The company, on the other hand, controls roughly 60% of the US food delivery market, so it has far greater potential. Andy Fang is an entrepreneur who believes that it is not yet time to enjoy his hard-earned money, but rather to reinvest it into investments and funds. Number 7. Wang Zilong. Being a billionaire at the age of 25 is not something that anyone can do. Furthermore, being in China makes it even more incredible. CNNC was left to him, Yuan Titanium Dioxide Company Ltd. This was estimated to be worth $1.3 billion. CNNC is one of the world's largest suppliers of titanium dioxide, which is used to make pigments for coating plastic, ink, and other materials. Zilong enjoys expensive cars and luxurious apartments. Number 6. Austin Russell. Austin followed in the footsteps of other self-made billionaires such as Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg by dropping out of the Standford University to pursue his dream. Fortunately, Austin's dream proved to be very profitable, and he is now the world's youngest self-made billionaire at the age of 26. Russell is currently worth around $1.6 billion as the founder and CEO of Luminar. Many consider the young billionaire to be Musk 2.0 because his technological brilliance and AI flair allowed him to become not only the youngest billionaire but also the wealthiest. Russell now owns 1/3 of Luminar, which has a net worth of more than $5.1 billion. The company and its founder are on the right track, as Toyota and Volvo rely heavily on their products to produce top-tier self-driving cars. Number 5. Jonathan Kwok. Jonathan Kwok is Walter Kwok's youngest son. Walter was the chairman of Hong Kong's largest development company before his death, with an estimated net worth of more than $16 billion. Following his death in 2018, his two sons, Jonathan and Jeffrey, took over the family business. Jonathan is now worth $2 billion. He is one of Asia's youngest billionaires, despite being only 29 years old, and currently runs the Sung Hung Kai Properties Company, which has an estimated net worth of more than $33 billion, making it the world's second most valuable real estate company. Jonathan, like his father, is all business and no play. Jonathan would not be seen flashing his cash and purchasing ultra-expensive apartments or cars. Instead, he is reinvesting in his future, and a new ultra-luxurious hotel developed by his company will open its doors in Hong Kong in just a year. Number 4. Stanley Tang. Andy Fang's partner in DoorDash and one of the most brilliant minds of his generation is Stanley Tang. Stanley is a product of his generation, as his $2.2 billion fortune would not have been possible without the internet. He is also one of the few who should be grateful to the pandemic, as it provided the impetus for DoorDash to become one of the largest startups in the United States. During the lockdowns, the app's value skyrocketed, and it's estimated that around 60% of all takeaways in the US use it. Stanley has wanted to start a successful business since he was a small child in Hong Kong. However, it was his Stanford University computer science education that gave him the upper hand. Despite being only 29 years old, the young billionaire is already a regular guest at entrepreneurial events and has given one particularly well-known presentation at Imagine Talks. Tang prefers to keep his personal life private and avoids making large purchases. Stanley, on the other hand, enjoys playing poker with his friends and in tournaments. This is one method he uses to increase his wealth even more. In August 2021, he became famous among poker fans after pulling off an incredible bluff in a high-stakes poker game, where he went all in with almost nothing. Number 3. Kevin David Lehmann. Kevin David Lehmann is a third-generation German entrepreneur who, at the age of 19, inherited half of his father's vast empire. After a year, the young German has a $5 billion fortune and is the CEO of DM, a massive international drugstore chain. The massive chain employs over 600 people and has over 3,700 stores in 12 countries. The company is worth approximately $12 billion. Although Kevin keeps his personal life private, there are a few rumors about how he spends his days. One notable difference between Lehmann and other teenagers is that he does not like to sleep in. Instead, he gets up around 5:30 every morning. He also enjoys reading books, working out, and most importantly, playing soccer with his friends. After all, he's a German kid, and soccer runs in the family. Number 2. Gustav Magnar. Gustav Magnar is yet another young Norwegian billionaire. Norway appears to have a knack for turning young people into billionaires. Perhaps it's a combination of the cold air and Viking genes. He received his vast fortune as an inheritance from his father. He owns a significant stake in SalMar ASA, the world's largest salmon farming company. Gustav's father, also named Gustav, gave him half of the billion-dollar company when he was just 26 years old, instantly making him worth $3.2 billion. In just 3 years, the young entrepreneur amassed an additional $2 billion, bringing his total value to $5.2 billion. Number 1. Sam Bankman-Fried. Sam Bankman-Fried is a crypto billionaire thanks to his FTX exchange and Alameda research trading firm. To cut a long story short, he started out trading ETFs at a quaint firm, donating a portion of his salary to charity before jumping into crypto trading in late 2017. When he spotted a lucrative arbitrage opportunity in 2019, Bankman-Fried launched his own exchange, FTX. It is one of the lead exchanges for buying and selling crypto, having been built by traders for traders. In 2021, investors valued FTX at $18 billion, making him one of the wealthiest people under 30 in history. In January 2022, the exchange and its US operations were valued at $40 billion. That's it for today. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you never miss out on any future content we'll produce for you guys. We're signing off now, but we'll be sure to catch you all in the next one.